Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. We'll bring it out from a complete... Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick! And the fumble recovery is made. Neither offense has even taken the field yet, and already, Brock, a massive swing in this contest.
Yeah, think about it this way, kid. If we didn't have the coin toss before the game and one team got the ball to start both halves, what an advantage it would be, and that's exactly what this offense has right now.
Throwing on their first play. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here we go. From the 16. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
This game of today, Kate, in so many ways is so different than the game I played. But that's a call that I can close my eyes and still remember. All you do as a QB is just look. It just takes a look. With the big guys up front saying, give me a push, and I'll do the rest.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. Simple dive up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go play action here. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
79 Broncos.
He's going to throw this one. Gets everything he has under this throw. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
Brings up a third down. Ready up. 70 range. 70 range. Set up. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. They are throwing it again. Running in the red zone. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Buccaneers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw it on first down. Forced out to his right. He's taking a shot down the side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They start with 2nd and 6. Brought in left side by Jones.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now. Dragon 60.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Headed out right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They've got a man in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow. Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
He's got a man left. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just there.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
18 rattle, go!
Trying again following the sack. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Broke through the tackle. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Big play gets him across midfield. Sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Completed to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here. They'll throw it again. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Back to throw on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. First throw for the backup now. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And he's just going to take the sack here as he heads out of bounds. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. It's only 1 yard on the run, partner, and that's going to leave him with a tough 4th and goal. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The 12-year vet strikes true. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone he had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Warriors 70,
He's back to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Buccaneers 14.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Seven Pirates. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
19 line. Here we go. Set. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the 37. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We've got to see what this flag is all about. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal.
Come on. Set. Come 19. Come 19. Go.
They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Back-to-back carries here. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Here's a throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Back to throw. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now a give running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. Coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Man in motion here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them.
Buccaneers 17.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Ready?
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has it at the 7. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers bring it back to even. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by the Arkansas rookie.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Caught by Pollard. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He'll take this at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
There's a handoff up the gut. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Setting up a throw. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. They'll run here on first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Pass play now. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They go play action here. He throws a bullet down the left side. Big gain downfield. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Throwing now, off play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces he.
They did it! He made the interception! And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals tie this game up. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
70 Lions.
getting right back to it after that interception. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Get it. 60 Bison. Trap 60. Trap 60. Get it.
They'll try and throw it here. Caught on the comeback route. There he goes again. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a fourth quarter lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This is caught inside the 15. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Look to throw. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals now trail by just a point in the 4th. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Finding Thomas near the sideline. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Bengals down by 7. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking for a throw here. Forced out to his right. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Back to throw. He's got it deep downfield. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 32 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. He'll look to throw it. Buying some time right. He's got it near the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Going ground on first and goal. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Cougar 19, Buffalo 18, Dragon 60. Go street.
They send a man in motion.
19 Lion. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
Here he is to throw. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Even with a little time left here, Brock, kicking the extra points, probably the safer call.
And with that little time left, even if you do get the 2, still got a chance to drive down, your opponent does, and kick that game-winning field goal. Now you need some way to get the ball back in a hurry, and the chances are so limited.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Running it now out of the gun. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Another carry for him. And again, he can't manage anything. Defense all over him at the line.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.